Swing and a drive, left field, get up, oh, get out of here, and
Hey, how many times did we sweep a series last year?
Did we sweep one at all?
We had to have, right? We played the White Sox twice.
I don't think we
We
swept
swept the
them.
White Sox.
Did
Yeah.
we?
In Chicago, we swept the White Sox.
Yeah.
I was there. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, welcome back to the Flight Deck podcast. We're sweeping teams this year. It's April. We have a
swept
sweep.
with our sixth starter, I guess.
7?
Six is generous, honestly. I guess technically, based on who came up first, he would be the sixth. But
Did anyone work from Dome and watch the game yesterday?
I
Because I
got off early
did
because
not.
everybody else at work is sick. So everyone left at 2, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna go home. So I went home and watched the game from home, but I did not work from Dome, unfortunately.
I didn't mean, did you actually go in?
No,
I
I
wasn't even
did see
able
the
to
game.
watch the game.
No, I have yet to
No.
miss a game. I'm doing pretty good.
How
Well, I
did
thought at half of them.
was this Lucas?
Yes. Game 3 was Easton Lucas yesterday.
Yeah,
Why
looked
was
great.
Flaherty and Lucas confused me because they're both lefties, so I was making sure I had the right one.
They also kind of look similar.
Do
Like
they?
they're really not that different looking. Yeah.
One of them got a fucking strong ass jawline, and I think that's Fluharty. Like,
Yeah. Flu's a little thicker, but like they kind of look very similar. I was in the building for Flu's debut. That was kind of cool.
Bringing him in what, a one-run game in the
One run?
eighth?
1-run game with a runner. I think the runner was
Two
on
outs,
third.
runner on third. They're like, here you go, kid.
Here's
Bruh.
Nathaniel Lowe, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. That was crazy. Yeah, we can probably do you want to just start with the Nat series and we'll just go back or
Seems like we're going that way.
yeah, all right. Where did we started? Game one was
Of the Nat series.
Bowden.
That was Bowden and Soroka.
Bowden. Oh, we've reached the era where every time Bowden goes out there, everyone's like, well, he can't just flirt with no hitters forever. And then
No,
this motherfucker takes a no hitter into the sixth again.
I don't remember whether it was Buck or Dan. One of them said on the podcast or on the TV
Broadcast.
broadcast, like
Yeah.
he doesn't have that good of stuff. And like he doesn't. He
No,
just goes out there and he is an absolute like bulldog and just attacks you with everything.
just throws stuff close enough and people swing at stuff and it works. Like, makes no sense.
throws it down the middle, and he's like, well, here,
Here's
try.
90. I will never forget when he was playing the Mets in that
Mhm.
the second of his. He was just throwing 91 down the middle in like the eighth inning, and they were just popping it up. And I'm like, what is
It
happening?
works.
Like,
Who was it last year with very hittable and
Taylor Ward.
not special? Who?
Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward. Taylor Ward's really not wrong.
Like it's
No.
nothing special, but it's working.
No, but
Like,
it might be unhittable. It's crazy. Being there for it was crazy. I'm like, this guy doesn't seem like he's doing much, and all of a sudden you look up in the fourth inning, it's like, oh, there's no hits on the board, and he goes through the fifth, and I'm like, he might have a shot at this. And then in Bowden Francis fashion,
gives
just an
up.
absolute fucking
Tanks.
missile to CJ.
Honestly, who cares?
Thanks
If-
to my
if-
favorite,
if he
one of my
goes
favorite
to like
teams.
gives me 7 with 1 home run to give up the run, I don't care.
Yeah. No, I'm perfectly okay with that start from Bowden Francis. If that's what you're giving every single day.
Yeah, you
Dude,
take
take it.
that any
Take
day
it.
of the week.
Bowden
Absolutely.
Francis's last 10 starts,
They're insane. He's got like a 1.7 or a 1.9.
65 innings, 1.66 ERA, 0.55 whip, 60 strikeouts, 10 walks.
Insane, dude. Between what were you gonna say?
I just said it's nutty. Like I don't.
Oh, nuts. Between him and George Springer, I've accepted that spring training doesn't mean a fucking thing anymore.
Nope.
I don't care. Doesn't mean anything. I'm never going to
Did
take spring
you-
training seriously ever
Did
again.
you guys hear Schneider's comments about Springer on Blair and Barker? I think it was
I
yesterday,
think I
2
read
days
some
ago.
of them to where he was like tweaking
No.
with shit the entire spring.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I guess he found a rhythm mid-spring, which like the numbers didn't suggest it. But hey, they basically said
I don't
like
know.
with the way pitcher stuff is nowadays, you're an older guy. You've got 1 A swing per at bat. Get your 1 good A swing off, and then battle the rest of the at bat. And I think like that's not a terrible way to look at it, honestly.
I feel like the last couple years he was like, all right, I'm going to try and tone down the swing and miss.
Hmm.
And it killed him.
Yeah, watching him live, I don't know if it maybe it's just I wasn't paying enough attention to him before, but it seems like he's changed the swing a little bit where he looks like he's chasing power. He's got this like very like uppercut swing almost, and it seems like he's trying to go for the long ball more than he was before. But
It seems to go back to one common denominator last year. The guy who thought damage was a scary word.
yeah,
Mary Popkins, how we needed him so.
holy
Um,
shit.
but like if they can keep this up, like we buried the real lead here.
They're 5-2.
Our four hitter is Andres Gimenez, and he has three
He's our best. He's the
bombs.
best hitter in the league.
He's the better in the league.
He's the GOAT. I don't know
It's
how.
insane. It's insane. Like couple minor tweaks moved his feet closer together and opened
Yeah.
up a little bit, and like
Yeah, and it turned
hey,
him into a god.
he's
Okay.
not going to keep this up. I think we all know that. But if he can be anywhere close to what was it, 22,
Yeah.
23, 22? If he can be anywhere close to
22, I
that,
think.
like this is a banger of a trade. You give up Spencer Horwitz, you got him and Sandlin.
That's what Cube and I were talking the other day, and he goes, "We really just they gave us Andres Gimenez, the best hitter in the league right now, and our best reliever to dump Spencer Horwitz. Essentially, is what just happened.
It's picking up Nick Sandlin a little bit, but
Well, I mean, he might not be. He's got a 0 ERA. I don't know if he's given up a hit. Like he's been nasty.
and think about it. The Guardians don't even have Spencer Horwitz.
No,
They flipped
Yeah.
him.
they did. They
They
gave
got
us.
they got somebody though. I forget who the pitcher we got
Luis
was.
Ortiz is his name. Like
He's been in Pittsburgh for forever. Like
Yeah,
seemed
he
like a high upside guy that's just kind of never fully figured it out. I
Okay.
think he's still young.
We're a week through the season. Can you guys guess the top 5 in OPS?
On the
team?
Jays or in the
Andres
league?
Gimenez.
On the Jays.
Oh,
Andres
it's Andres
Gimenez is
Gimenez.
fourth.
Is it qualified?
George Springer.
It's just in general.
Wait,
like
But
everyone.
like, are there
every-
qualifications? Like, is Miles Straw?
Oh,
up there
Miles
with
Straw's
his,
number
like,
one.
six
Yes,
at bats?
Miles Straw's number 3.
Okay. George Springer's up there.
George
Tyler
Springer's number
Heineman.
2. Tyler Heineman's number 1.
Yeah.
And I just like to point out,
Did you say Gimenez
5 is
four?
Bobichette.
Jimenez is 4. Bobichette
5
is
is
not.
Bobichett. Oh,
Bobichette, like, put it this way: Jimenez has an 1131. The next
Mhm.
highest is an 889.
oh
Who's
yeah.
got an
Because
889?
Bo had a 9.
Bo did have a 9,
On-
but he went like 0 for 5 yesterday.
Oh, that'll hurt.
Bo has been ripping the ball. Looks
Mhm.
Yeah.
so good.
Mhm.
Who the fuck is the other guy?
It's not Santander.
Is it Kirk?
No.
It's not
Uh,
Vlad.
No.
Oh no, it's not Roden.
Nope.
Oh, it's fucking Will Wagner.
Will Wagner.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was off to that hot of a start.
he's hitting everything.
He's
dude.
hitting,
He's
like,
not hitting like
400.
extra base hits, but he's hitting everything. It's crazy.
I've missed
It's like such
I've,
a leadoff hitter mentality. It's crazy.
I've missed quite a few games, but I'm trying my
Like,
best
no,
here.
it's so weird. They're 5-2, and just think,
Yeah.
fucking Tony hasn't done shit. Vlad
Vlad.
hasn't done
We're
anything.
one of 3 teams without a home run from our top 3 hitters.
Mhm.
And we're 5th in baseball, and the other 2 are like bottom 20, I think.
Yeah.
Or bottom 10 below in like the
'Cause-
20s.
Jimenez
We're
Kirk
also-
Springer is probably the most fun 4-5-6 I've seen in years.
Crazy.
Like,
I love. I can't believe I'm saying this. I love having Gimenez at 4 and then having Kirk behind him because Gimenez is so fast, and if he
Yeah.
gets on, Kirk's probably going to score him. It's crazy.
So, like, you don't fuck with a single thing right now.
no,
Don't touch a thing. But no, I'm like in that top 4, I'm not touching
Not the
a thing.
lineup, not with the lineup. No, but
Yeah,
there's things we
But-
can get to. I want to talk about.
But like if Jimenez cools off and like goes back to like what we think he could be, but not what he's playing like right now,
Mhm.
like does he not slot in perfectly in the 1 or 2 hole and you move Vladdy and Santander back down, you go with the traditional lineup? Like Vlad's career
Yeah.
numbers in hitting 3 are way better than hitting 2.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you get there, if it ends up happening, but I think that could be a lot up at the top. And then you slide the lefty in there too. You go right, left, right, or whatever.
crazy if we do move Jimenez up to the leadoff spot because then we're going to have a 40 home run hitter at the leadoff spot, which is insane to me.
Dude, 5 home runs on the season.
3 of them.
3 of them are from
Andres
Andres Gimenez. One of them is
Tyler
from
Heineman.
Tyler Heineman, and then the other one's George Springer.
George
Like,
Springer's fine.
Hey,
Tyler Heineman hit his first since 2019.
Georgie's on his way to 30, baby. Let's go.
oh my god,
It's possible. Is it only 30 you needed?
the hot take was 30.
Okay,
I,
that's not that
I
bad.
originally said 20 because based on the way everyone perceives him, and I'm not looking up numbers, I thought he was absolute dog
He
shit
hit
last
20
year.
last year.
19.
19. He didn't quite get to 20.
Yeah, like the Nats series was good. That's what you need to do. Like,
Take care.
it's too bad seeing Mike Soroka go out in that first game. You feel for
Yeah.
him. He's had a really tough road. Hopefully he can come back.
Did he
But
get
like,
hurt? I didn't.
yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
he
Left
came
a
out
little
uh third or
He went.
fourth, I
He was
want to
at
say,
like
maybe
80
five.
something pitches.
I
but
know he
by
tweaked
all
something.
accounts, he's like fine.
Oh, is he? Okay, that's good. But hey, that's if we want to consider ourselves a good baseball team, a playoff contending team, that's what you have to do.
Mhm.
The Nats aren't a bad team. I think they can be
They're
fun
young.
and kind of frisky this year with the makeup they've got, but
Mhm.
you have to win that series, bottom line, and you should be playing for the sweep.
Yeah,
I
Try
think
to-
my favorite fact of the series is the fact that Miles Straw had more extra base hits in the last game than the Blue Jays had all of game 2. They didn't have a single extra base hit in game 2, and Miles Straw had 2 doubles in game 3.
I love that we have committed to running out Tyler Heineman and Miles Straw together
and
too.
it's working.
Love how they're the 2 best hitters
Through 2
every time
games.
they're out there.
They're like, dude, it's working.
It's crazy. Crazy, man. It doesn't make sense.
9-hole Miles Straw. Shout out! Can we just give a quick shout out to the player that becomes Barry Bonds in Rogers Center, CJ Abrams?
Yeah, holy his homer off of Bowden was a shot and a half.
Dude, his homer off a little yesterday. Like,
Also a shot and a half. I don't know how he generates that power out of
can
that
we,
frame.
if worst comes to worst, can we trade the farm and get him? Because apparently he loves hitting here. Like,
Well, yeah, play him at home.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's wild. Easton Lucas looked good. We kind of touched on that.
You got 5 shutty out of.
I
Easton
think
Lucas.
he's probably
You're
earned
five
another start.
shutty?
Yeah.
5 shutty. They think he only
Yeah,
got
he
was
like
real
1
good.
hit.
You don't really have another option is kind of the thing. Like Yariel, you don't want to do that, I don't think. The other option is Jake Bloss, which they
He got
apparently
pumped. He got pumped in Buffalo. So
Oh,
did he?
yeah, he gave up
I
like
think
80.
that, but it ended up being like 2 days before, so
Yeah.
timeline wasn't going to work. So I mean, if you threw 5 shutty,
Give him
why do you
another
change
shot.
it?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think if they line the rotation right, he gets Fenway Park. He's against the Red Sox. So
The thing with the Nats too, like, yeah, they're the Nats. They're not like a legit contender in the major leagues, but their offense was flying in Philly.
Th-
Try to pull
They're
up their.
they're gonna be. That's what I mean. Like they're gonna be frisky this year. You get Bell and Lau. Is that no? Is that
low.
Lau?
He's low.
What
Him
the
and the
fuck?
outfielder in Tampa.
Yes,
is low.
I know, but I can never remember which one is.
Lau is the second baseman.
Yes, okay. So you got Lowe and Bell as your kind of like veteran presence power threats. Um,
James Wood.
and then you got CJ Abrams at the top of your lineup. Keibert Ruiz, right? Is that the
Yeah.
right?
Anywhere, yeah.
Okay. He can hit in the middle of your lineup at this point. Like I think he was hitting like 3 the other day.
He was hitting 3 all.
I-
Was he?
Series.
I
You
did
got
not
Wood and Dylan
realize-
Cruz, too.
I did not realize how weak of contact K-Bear gives on. We looked it up. His average exit velocity is like 4th percentile. Like he just cannot swing the bat apparently, which is crazy because he's not a small dude.
he's BABIPing so far because he's batting like.
Oh, yeah.
400.
What didn't he come
It's
up as
nuts.
a hit first catcher?
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
and he's not good
He's a
defensively
Dodgers
either.
hit first catcher too. Like
It's wild. I thought I had this idea in my head that K-Bear was like this home run hitting catcher, but he's really good at not striking out and not really good at anything else apparently.
yeah, but like they still
It's
have
wild.
Good contact though.
They
Like,
have
he's
Luis
good bat the
Garcia.
ball and
They have Luis Garcia Jr., who's been in the league for like 5 years and is still only like 23. It feels like
That's
it's
wild.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
they
they've got
scored.
Paulie punch myself.
Polly punch
the
outs.
Allens.
Jeez, like they really are starting that man every day. Like
They scored 14
Dude, he
runs
was-
in their first series.
He was gross with the Royals last year.
this is true.
Like he's not he was a scrub in Toronto, but he's definitely still got something left in the tank at this point.
Scrub is putting him
I
mildly.
I think that could be a fun team. I was worried about the rotation. Again, I missed the game yesterday, but like Mackenzie Gore was lethal in that first start.
Yeah, he was fighting it a little bit in game 3, but still gave up 3 runs in 5 innings. Like, it's not terrible.
It's
Take it.
it's an offense that scored 14 runs against the Phillies top 3. Like, we're not talking about a top 3 that's like bottom of the league. Like, it's a legitimate top 3. And then we kind of held them. We held them to 7 over 3 games.
Who was Philly's top three? I'm assuming Nola Wheeler,
I don't know who the third one was. I was trying to
because it
click
could
on
have been Ranger Sanchez or Luzardo, realistically.
literally anyone.
But still.
Yeah, I was just curious. No, they're
Yeah.
all gross. I was just curious who the 3 was.
I'll see if I can find it. But I think it's a good sign. They're winning in multiple ways right now. Like, there's been games where the offense picks it up, like the Baltimore series, which we haven't even got to yet.
No.
There was a couple games where the offense showed up and kind of carried it a little bit. The
We haven't
bullpen
had
fell
a
apart.
we haven't had a like big home run, lots of extra base hits game yet either, though.
No.
Like, and your big 3 really haven't done. Bo's been hitting the ball well, lots of doubles.
Vlad has been
but
shooting the ball the other way with a bunch of. He's gotten a couple RBI doubles, like shooting the ball the other way. But
yeah, but like the pop hasn't been there from them yet, so like
Yeah.
that makes me more excited because that's gonna come.
yeah. Also, Santander, notorious slow starter, a la Lourdes. Like, I think they put up a graphic. His career OPS
Apparently,
in,
April, May is terrible.
his career
Or
OPS
March,
in
April, or something like that.
is like 650, but
May.
in May it's like 790. It's like 780, 790. So
Apparently, he's it's a thing every year. So
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, but it's been said numerous times now.
Could
It
also
was
be, I was just gonna say, could also be like Baltimore cold,
sure.
not a good environment to hit
It's
in.
going to be the
Toronto-
same thing here
Toronto's-
too, right?
No, but you're indoors.
Yeah,
You get the
it's
roof.
just cold.
Could be
Nothing
a little
travels.
better.
But also going back, it was Wheeler, Luzardo, Nola that they got.
Oh no, what was the third game? Okay.
Nola 3.
Thought Luzardo had a good start.
He did. He only gave up 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but then that's teed off. But
Yeah. The bullpen's been an interesting spot so far.
I mean, we can kind of just loop in the Baltimore series a bit.
Yep.
Dick Lovelady and Jacob Barnes. What the fuck? What the fuck?
What's
Dude.
the point of this? Like, what are we doing?
How much did they make guaranteed money? I think the minimum's like $750. Is it not?
Yeah.
Okay, so you paid them 1.5 to cut them in a fucking week because they're both dog shit.
Yep.
No.
Why not
No,
just
Barnes
pay?
is still here.
Well, he's in the fucking
still
minors.
here?
Fuck him.
No,
He's not. But he's not on the
team.
Jays. He's not on the Jays.
I am 95% sure.
Oh,
Jacob
you know
Barnes is
what?
still on the roster.
I think you're
No,
right.
they sent him down.
They sent down they brought up Flu and Lucas, and they put
Yeah, they sent down
Scherzer.
Barnes.
They
and-
put Scherzer on
got
the
rid of Dick
IL.
Lovelady and put Scherzer on the
Dick
IL.
Lovelady.
Barnes is still here.
Wow. Fuck, I didn't even think of that.
Barnes is still here. You just don't see him
Where?
because they've been
Now-
winning.
I have a lot of I have a big gripe with this one coming game 3. Scherzer was game 3, right?
Scherzer was game 3.
Why the fuck didn't we just keep Urian Yarbrough?
Why did we not keep Ryan Yarbrough? Here, so
Especially-
Barnes is still here. I had to look it up.
The thing
Crazy.
that like makes the Yarborough thing even more maddening is like, oh, we have Yariel as a log man. One outing changed every fucking thing about
they
Yariel.
didn't even go to him. Like he's
No,
there to
no,
be
not
your
even
long
that.
man.
Not even that. It's the outing that he had in game 4, where it was a 1-run game at the time.
Now he's a one man. He's a
no, he was a
the
one
one-inning
inning
guy.
dude. Pump it, dude. No, but he was sick. Like
he was great. I think
great.
I think you transition him into that role. It's perfect. That's what he should be doing. But
In like
at
the
the
6th,
time,
though, not the 8th.
no, he's not
Okay,
like a
I
Can
think
we
second
that
talk
man.
about the
was-
fact that Mason Flaherty and fucking Yariel Rodriguez are pitching in the 8th in 1 to 2 run games
Run
for us
games.
in the first week of the season?
Well, for no reason. Like Jimmy was fully ready to go, and they just didn't use him.
Wasn't
Brandon
Green
Little's been
also?
nasty. That Green
got used
also
in that
not
game.
used. He got used once.
He got used in after Fluharty. He got one out, and then they went to Hoffman because Bo
Nice.
got the win. Like
It's been a
Wait.
wild
Fluharty's slightly different because I think they wanted the lefty
lefties.
matchup,
They did.
and Little
They have
was hurt. Is that right?
No, little.
No,
They
Little's back. They used Little.
Little pitch
Oh.
2 days in a row
They
before
used
that.
Little
So,
earlier.
Okay, so he was down. He was out, not pitching.
yeah. So it was
Yeah,
literally
I'm.
Yariel, Fluharty, Barnes, like that.
I just want to go back.
Ryan
You
Yarbrough.
you got rid of Yarborough because you have Yariel as your setup man. Yariel goes day one. I think he pitched an inning and change.
Gave up a run, I think, 1 or 2.
Yeah, he wasn't good, but you
Nobody
have a
was
day
flat
off.
out. Nobody was opening day. We could just get that over
No,
with.
it's
Nobody
fine.
was.
That game didn't happen. Andres Gimenez was great.
Yeah.
No disrespect to him ever. Game two, he gets the day off. Game three, he should be ready to be your long man. You have a situation where you need a long man, and you don't go to the guy you fucking kept to get rid of Yarbrough. Why?
It was
They
the
went to
fourth inning.
Lovelady, didn't they?
It was
Yes.
Lovely in the fourth.
They clearly
Yes.
wanted to see what he had, and he has fucking nothing. So
No.
Yeah. So they
In,
said,
like,
"All right, game's over. Go to Barnes."
neither does Barnes. Like fucking
No.
get that fucking bum out. He's
Barnes-
34. Why the fuck is he on the?
He
He
was
sucks.
he was on our bad teams. Like he was here in 2017 or something like that.
No, dude. I think
Bro,
he was here in
he's
21.
not good.
Was it
He was
21?
It's not like he's
He was
young.
a
He
part
doesn't
of
have
some of
room
the
to
patchwork
grow.
of 21.
Oh God.
He's in that Carl
It's-
Edwards Jr. like Jeremy Beasley territory.
Oh my God, I forgot about
Go
that.
pick up Luis Frias off waivers or whoever.
David
the fuck.
Robertson is just sitting at home. Can we point that out?
That's
David
also true.
Robertson
You don't even
can't
have
be
to
worse
deal
than
with an
Jacob
agent.
Barnes.
You don't even have to deal with an agent. Just call him up.
Is he representing himself again?
He represents himself.
That's
Call him.
fantastic.
Be like, hey, dude, are you pitching? Like, what's up?
How you
Like,
feeling, dude?
How
You want to
feel?
be
One
our
of-
fourth
one of the-
inning guy?
one of the best pitchers of one of the better relievers of the decade. You want to pitch still? Like,
He doesn't
So
even have to be
underrated.
like.
That guy's had
Yeah.
such a career.
so underrated. Like, just
He's
sitting
been a
at home right now.
closer in the past, and we're going to use him as like the seventh guy
I
in the
swear he was a
bullpen.
closer for like Philly or Texas a couple of years ago.
He
Like,
was a closer
didn't
for the
he
Yankees.
Save games last year. Like he
Yeah,
pitched
it's
in leverage
crazy.
late innings.
he's
Mhm.
a career 2.91 sitting at home. What is happening?
Maybe he doesn't want to pitch because I feel like he would have been signed out.
Should we just go get Jesse Chavez?
No,
God, no. He's only good as a Brave.
he's only good as a Brave.
Here.
Yeah, but like maybe he's got like 2 good games, and then we flip him to him.
Oh my god!
No, he never
No.
does.
No, but
He's got 11 bad
he's already on
games,
the
and then he
Braves.
flips
He's already on
back.
the Braves bullpen again. They
No, he's not. They DFA'd him.
Jesse
Did they?
Chavez?
He
When was
got
that?
he got his tits lit, and they DFA'd
Oh,
him.
shit.
No, they didn't.
I saw it on Twitter, so it could have been.
It's probably it might have been April Fools. Never know.
That's a shame. Yeah.
He
Outside
definitely
of
got his
that
tits
game-
lit though, because I watched that game.
Outside of that game, I don't feel that bad about our bullpen. It sounds stupid, but
you mean
Outside
feel
of
okay.
2 games,
2 games,
Just that one, honestly.
aka Lovelady and Barnes.
you
Yeah,
like
well-
Lovelady and Barnes in the opener, eh?
That's
Well,
choice.
No,
That's
well, they didn't even get lit in that one, did they? It was Yariel,
Rio. Nah,
Barrios, and then Yariel.
it was.
I think they gave up the majority of the runs.
It was Barrios then Chad Green.
Chavez
Green
has
got
been DFA'd. He is no longer on the Braves roster.
GG's. The Braves are really over. See, in game 1, Barrios gave up 6. Shout out Tyler O'Neill for just shitting on history and continuing
Oh
the
my
streak.
God, that guy's insane.
Like, and then
Opening
Green
day
gave up,
God.
Green gave up a 3-run bomb that made it 9-2.
What was it,
And then
Green?
Yariel gave up back-to-back to Adley and Westburn.
Okay.
That was
Oh, Barnes gave up 2 as well. Never mind. But Sandlin
mean-
looked fantastic, and I think that's what's saving it all for me.
Okay, let's look at this first week here realistically though. This is at least a outcome. It's not A plus. You'd like to win all of them, obviously, but like this is an A outcome for this team to start this year.
Oh,
You
yeah.
split with Baltimore,
Yes.
who was an elite team last year. We have our differing opinions on them, obviously. We've talked about it a few times, but like they can hit. They show that.
And you
They're
split.
projected to be a playoff team, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. We split with them. That's fine. You take that. And then you sweep the Nats, who like could, if everything falls right, could make a push for a last wild card spot. The
Sure.
way some of these fucking other teams, which we're gonna get to, are
Mhm.
playing right now, they could easily make a push.
Nats are 1-5. They're not even the worst team in their division right now.
Yeah, there's an 0-7 team.
Yeah.
We'll get to them. We'll get
It's
to
insane.
them. It's an
Insane.
extensive
That's my division
stuff
winner.
with them, dude. Oh, I think that was my division winner too.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you guys.
Yeah,
too.
no,
I have
this
them, no, fuck that. I
No-
have them in the World Series.
No
it's real
team
tough.
that's ever started 0-7 has ever made the playoffs.
That's gonna change this year.
What's the record on teams that start 5-2?
Also, their
I don't fucking know.
their
Boys,
playoff
we're back.
odds-
We're back in last week
We're-
territory.
We're battling the sun and Nate's face.
Yeah, Nate's having a day.
It's going to be spinning circles in his chair here, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel fantastic about this week.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm delusional. I'm probably delusional,
Oh,
but
full
it
delusion.
feels real good. I think we haven't said his name yet, but Jimmy Garcia was fantastic in every time he touched the mound, like untouchable.
How did we get him back for $7.5 million?
I don't know. How do we keep getting this guy?
It's for nothing. For
Nothing.
Like, for minimal money.
We got him for pennies the first time, and then we got him for next to nothing this time. He's elite. It's crazy.
Plus, it's the fact he came back. We traded him, and he came back.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Also, we haven't touched on it yet, but Jeff Hoffman
I was
has
getting there
been
too.
nails.
That was my next point.
Forget him being good. Can we just appreciate that we don't have to deal with a closer right now who you don't know on a given day if he's going to throw 100 or 93?
Yes.
Like
He just
you're
comes in. He's a dog. And he goes home.
94 to 98 and a splitter that's like 90 miles an hour, and it's disgusting. Like
Did one of my hot takes stick as Jeff Hoffman having an under 1 ERA?
you did.
Is that a
and I
thing?
think- I
Okay,
think you-
great. There was a point in time where I was watching and I'm like, you know what? He's gonna have a 0 ERA at this point. He's nasty.
Yeah.
Gave up a run yesterday, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I thought for about 10 minutes, I thought he was gonna have a 0 ERA for the year. He's nasty.
He's disgusting.
I think-
Also,
So nasty.
I think realistically, you look at this start as a whole, other than Scherzer getting hurt, which we haven't touched on, and the two idiots in the bullpen, one of which is gone. I think you're happy with everyone's
So
performances so far.
for sure.
I would expect more out of Vlad and Santander.
Yeah,
But
but
if
it's the
I
you're
first.
wouldn't
five
say I'm
and-
happy
you're-
with their
you're
performances,
5
but
and
I
2
can
and
accept it.
You're 5-2, and your issues are two guys who typically
Are not good enough, yeah.
are not going yet.
Yeah.
And we're 5-2.
Our guy that wants 600 million isn't earning it. And that's the only thing that I'm real concerned about. I don't want to get too far away from this because I heard you mention it. The Jeff Hoffman intro. It's cool.
It's fucking.
It's really cool.
It does look cool.
It is.
I
Pretty
didn't.
cool.
I didn't get to see it today. I was there.
No,
Oh,
he pitched that day,
Yeah,
and
but
they didn't do it because it wasn't a
because they
safe
were losing.
situation.
Yeah.
Like, they were
Sucks.
down. They were down 4 at that point, I think. Like,
Yeah,
it's like-
so they've done it twice since. I was there for one of them. It's pretty cool.
I was hanging out in our namesake, making friends with drunk people
Nice.
at that
Nice.
time.
Nice.
And the guy was
I-
not a fan of Hoffman coming into the game.
You tried the cotton candy fries yet, guys?
Fuck no.
So fucking bad. I tried it.
I will say, I don't
So
think they were
bad.
there last year. The margs, the frozen margs.
They were there last year. Did you have one?
Yeah. Two.
I haven't had one yet.
Oh,
Ooh,
they're so good.
that's like $58.
Yeah.
Big spender over here. What do you
Holy.
Well, it's worse when you're
Good on you.
going with someone and paying for
do?
both of
Yeah,
them.
that's true.
Oh.
That's fucking that's tough.
Oh, boy.
I wanted to try them last year. I never got around to it. No.
Very
Cotton
good.
candy
Would
fries,
recommend.
fantastic. Cotton candy fries, would not recommend.
Not
Do not
trying
even
that.
is
think
there
about
like
it.
is there like a sauce on them? I keep
Yeah,
hearing?
it's like a fucking garlic mayo. It's horrible.
of all the fucking things to put with cotton
I've-
candy,
Like
garlic.
I bought
mayo?
them. I knew it coming into it, but I had to try it just to make sure. But like I was expecting like a dessert fry. It was like an icing drizzle or something, maybe. Not fucking
Yeah.
garlic mayo. So bad.
They should just lean into it and go poutine with fucking cotton candy on top of it at that point.
That would honestly maybe
probably
be
would've
better.
been
Maybe
It's
better.
Sweeter poutine. Like
It's bad.
I don't
It's,
think
it's-
I want my poutine to be sweet, but
no,
yes,
but
I
you'll
think
take
it-
that over garlic and cotton candy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. They got rid of their cannolis. Those things were so good last year. I'm very disappointed by that one.
I saw your video? There was chicken wings?
It's Korean fried chicken wings. They're really good. Really good. They're super expensive. Not worth it for
everything's
wings.
super expensive.
Everything's super expensive.
But like these are wings, and like paying $19 or whatever it was for, I think it was 6 wings, 5 wings, something like that. It's not worth it.
just
But
stop in the
they are
shop.
really good. Hmm?
You do a stop in the J shop?
I definitely did. There's some unbelievable stuff in there that is unbelievably overpriced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Super cool.
I did a walkthrough too. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some cool
Oh,
shit.
they
Oh,
had
I
a
go
toddler jersey there, like the fucking one that's about yay
Oh,
big.
and it's like
And we did a guess on it. Mel goes, probably $55. I'm like,
It's like
I'm gonna go 45.
like
I don't think it's
$90
that bad. $100 for a fucking toddler jersey.
for
12
something
months
for something they will outgrow in the next 2 months.
in a week, man. Like,
Like,
it's
that's bad.
insane.
I go there for the jerseys because if you go to MLB shop, you can't get fucking anything.
No.
You get your Vlad,
Yeah.
your Bo, and your like Springer.
Yeah,
That's it.
they had a wide selection of everything. There's some really cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. They have this like this sequin jacket thing for women, and it looks
That thing
super
was
cool too.
wild.
Yeah, $250 for that.
Yeah, no,
you
Connor,
see
they actually
the-
had a great selection of jerseys. You could get pretty well most of the starters. I
Yeah.
think they even had Roden Wags.
Where's my Miles Straw? Oh, okay, that's what I need to do, actually.
There were some good ones there.
I'm probably gonna grab a Gimenez or a Will Wagner next time I'm down there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wicked.
Can't-
Did I see what? Sorry, Brant.
Did you see the night mode jacket, like the bomber jacket looking thing?
Was that the red one?
No, it's like the navy blue blackish thing that says like Toronto across the back.
Isn't that going to be a giveaway next time they're in town?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a little different than that one,
Probably.
but it's
I'm fuzzy. There was a
I saw
cool
someone
red
wearing it, so I went and I'm
night
like,
mode
oh, I
hoodie, I
got
think.
yeah. There's some wicked night mode stuff, but
Were you guys
that
at the
jacket was
the City
$320.
Connect game?
No, I went
was at
Scherzer.
that one. Yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, did any of you guys get that Boba Fett thing? Like,
Yes.
The red
I don't have it in
sleeve-
here.
City
I-
Connect jersey.
Yeah. It might be like right outside my
I know
fucking.
you guys shit on it, but like,
Oh, I think it's gone. No, I did
I
get
don't
it.
like it.
it's not great. Like,
It doesn't look good as a concept, like the whole thing. However, I will give them this: the jersey itself, probably the nicest replica jersey they've done. Like it
Really?
looks legit.
So,
Like
Too
everything,
bad they
the
didn't do
colors
an
are
actual
there.
just fucking replica jersey.
You just
Yeah.
cut the sleeves off. The sleeves are just sewn in. You just fucking snip them and you're fine. That's
Yeah.
what pretty much all of us are going to do with it. So
yeah, but you're gonna keep the hood.
I probably won't keep the hood. The hood had strings that went down to my knees, man. That's a little aggressive, but
Hey, if you guys got an extra you don't want to have, I'll
Right.
snip
you
snip
can
snip.
talk to Spence, or Jaden and Backo both got one, so you can talk to any of them, see if they want it. The Vlad bobblehead, the thing is massive. See if I can scoop this.
Massive bobblehead.
Massive, dude. Compared to like older bobbleheads,
That is a sizable bobblehead.
and like the home plate thing is huge. Like it barely fits on my shelf at this point. Kind of cool. I had to glue the bat in to make it stick, but I don't know. The giveaways so far have actually been pretty good.
Yeah.
We went through it. They look like it's gonna be a decent.
Can't wait for the
one.
bobble arm.
Yeah, the that's still a
Why the fuck didn't we do that for Reese when he was still here?
The other hand has
Serious
it's not a glove.
missed opportunity.
It's not a just his bare hand, and the other one it's the Dollar Tree bag.
Yes.
The Dollar Tree bag.
Baby oil.
No, that's on the floor. That's on the bottom. That's on the base of the bottle.
Just laying on the ground with a car in the back of it.
Or do you just have him like sitting in a car with his hand out the window bobbling?
It's him in the back of a cop car. Like
Oh, Jesus. We should have played way more into that.
we
They'd never do
fucking-
it, but
Jesus, that was a tangent and a half.
yeah.
So-
That's where we were.
The next 7 series for
Hmm?
the Jays,
Hmm?
I think at least six of them are against teams that I think at least one of us has making the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a tough start to the schedule.
Because
I don't want to get too far away because I forgot to say something in our
Go ahead.
random tangent of shit
ahead.
around the diamond.
to.
Um, This is going to be a really bad take as someone on the Flight Deck podcast. The Flight Deck might legitimately be the worst place to be at this point.
Okay.
In terms
so
of-
They need
did
to
you go
upgrade it.
after?
I
After
went
we talked?
yeah, I went the one day. I'm not huge on the DJ the entire time. And I'm not huge on them having speakers across the whole thing where I can't hear anyone from anywhere. That
So
part kind of sucks.
where were you? Because I was down. I think I was the middle level. Like
I was just on the top level. I didn't actually
okay,
go
so
down
the
in.
middle level, I didn't find it loud or
Okay.
anything. So I
Okay.
don't know if it was just down there.
Yeah,
And the
I
DJ,
like those
the
two.
DJ's up top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Those two rows
you
are good.
couldn't hear that. You couldn't hear
Okay.
that.
Well, that's all right then. The two rows, like I think where you can go down and stand, are great, and I would love to watch games there. Just the problem is that it seems every time there's like a decent game, they rent the entire thing out. The most ridiculous thing I saw was opening night. They rented pretty much the whole flight deck out. Like they roped off pretty much everywhere where like the shuffleboard tables are, like from that spot back to the railings was all rented out for a private event. I'm like, what? This is like the original general admission section, and we're closing it off to rich people now. It's like this is just for you guys, and I fucking hate that.
Makes sense for the home opener.
Sure, but it sucks, and I know why they do it. It makes them money, but it
So
still sucks.
I didn't realize how strict they were with like you used to be able to move down from the 500s after like the fifth or sixth inning. You were totally fine. They didn't care.
Yeah,
So that's what we did. We went down. We were planning to like just sit somewhere. Down the baselines were like dead,
empty.
dead empty.
Cool. What
So
do you
we
mean,
walked
guys?
down.
They're all in Club Heinz 328, or the fuck they keep saying on the broadcast every day.
Sure. But anyway, like there were empty seats down the line. So we were walking down and then watching it, and like the ushers are like checking everyone's ticket the entire game. I was like, okay, we could like try and like sneak through here at some point. I'm sure we can get through.
They are on
Watched
YouTube.
an usher who had a piece of paper charting out where all the seats were that were taken, walk down to a guy sitting by himself in 6 rows plus with no one around him and tell him he had to move and go back to his seat.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad.
Why?
We don't know. Apparently, they cracked down last year. They started getting
Me-
really ridiculous about things.
Nate, me and Brent were talking about this before you hopped in. The attendance at these games.
So bad.
It's
It's so bad.
Opening day was 40,000, and I think they haven't got past 25 since.
No,
It's
like
early. It's early and the
cold.
team wasn't good last year, so you lost a lot of people.
Mhm.
I think if they keep it up, you'll be fine. But Toronto is a
I'm not.
baseball bandwagon city.
I'm not worried about attendance yet. I am.
Just-
It does make no sense to me that you're pulling in less than 25,000 people and you're that hard on people going to sit down lower.
Yes.
We
Yes.
went to Chicago. They don't even have ushers. You just go sit wherever you want. They don't give a shit.
Well, brother, you were watching the.
There's 11 other people there.
You were watching the worst team in baseball history.
But that's my point. It's bad.
Bro, you could
But
go play
like
center
they know
field
they're
for them.
empty. Go
Right.
sit down there if you want. It doesn't matter.
Brother,
Bring your
put
glove
on-
and go play center
Right.
field.
Put on some White Sox gear. You could probably pass as Andrew Benintendi at this point. Like,
Dodger Stadium, same thing. Like you could just walk down and sit halfway through the game because like who fucking cares? Like I'd rather have if you're watching it on TV, I'd rather make it look like there's people there
Yeah, that's what we said
as
too.
opposed to having
Very,
42
very
empty
strange.
sections.
Very strange. But that's the way it is, man. Like it's you have the kids
Money
still in
grab.
school, so night games are tough during the
look,
week.
I will
like,
give them credit.
but
The weather yesterday sucked. Like, just
The weather a
getting-
couple of these days have sucked. They had to close like 5 fucking gates
Gates. Oh,
because the
it's
ice
so
was
bad.
falling.
Yeah.
It's bad. But I don't know. What are you gonna do? What I'm sorry, I pulled us way back off
Well,
topic.
I was just bringing up the 17, like the next 7 series, and like at least 6 of them are against teams one of us thinks is making the playoffs. Because you got the Mets starting tomorrow.
Okay, let's go through this though, because I haven't looked at the schedule. I know they're tough, but like, okay, you got the Mets tomorrow. The Mets don't have a fucking rotation. Clay Holmes started opening day, bro.
Good time to run into them.
Yeah, good.
I think it's a great time to run into the Mets.
Yeah.
Then you got Boston for 4.
It's a great time to run into Boston.
They're not looking too hot. They did just win against.
I watched that game
Baltimore.
last night. They did look pretty good, but I think it's still a good time to run into the Mets.
Rafi just got his first hit today.
No,
Or
yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
I think he
He had
had 2.
17 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we go back to Baltimore for 3. Which,
Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to feel
And-
about Baltimore right now.
even though they did start terrible, they play the Braves for 3. But we always do good against the Braves. We fucking sweep the Braves every
Yeah,
time.
the Braves don't really scare me as much as other teams.
Seattle for 3.
I don't.
We
I
suck
also
against
watched.
Seattle.
Was that yesterday? I've been watching a ton, like just throwing it on background, well, gaming or whatever
Mhm.
recently, and like Seattle also doesn't look good. They beat Scooball, I think that was yesterday, but did not look that good.
Yeah, because they didn't do anything really add. And I'll just run through the rest of these quickly. Then you play Houston for 3, Yankees
not
for
bad.
3, Red Sox again for 3, Guardians for 3, and then you get to the Angels on May 6th.
Okay.
So
Like it's not an easy stretch, but I think there are a lot of beatable teams in that.
I
yeah,
mean, especially right now, like you don't really know what any of these teams are.
no.
Yeah.
And if the Braves are currently 0-7,
Again, when by the
that
time
could
we
be
meet the Braves, they could be 14-7. You never know. Like
for sure.
probably not. But
I don't think mathematically they can be,
no,
but yeah,
be
you're right.
be at least 500.
Um,
I think we've talked about everything around this, but have not actually
Max Scherzer.
fully addressed that Max Scherzer is hurt.
Yeah.
That sucked because like
He was kind
I
of
was
after
I was in the
first-
500, so like he didn't you could hard to tell. He didn't look amazing, but I thought he looked
after,
pretty good.
after the first inning. He was pretty.
he was
good.
great.
Like,
I missed the first inning, showed up, and he was fantastic while we
yeah,
were there.
You missed
It's tough to see like pitch movement and stuff up from up there as
Yeah.
a live meeting.
Yeah.
You see it better on TV, but I thought he looked good.
Nothing looked out of like the ordinary for
No.
Scherzer compared to like
And
how he was
he's-
throwing in spring training.
He was very obviously dealing with something too. So like I'm not putting a ton of stock into what his stuff was doing, but he was getting outs. And
It's so interesting to like hear him talk about how his body works, and he's like,
yeah,
thumb is connected to this, and like it's connected to this, and then it's connected to this, and I'm like,
I don't really understand it all.
I don't either, but
I
think
also
it's-
don't.
I don't think it's necessarily. I didn't hear him talk about it, so I don't know. But I don't think it's necessarily it's connected. But I think it's like
you're
the physical
You're
action of
you're-
throwing a ball. If your thumb's hurting, you're changing your grip, so that's putting strain on other muscles that you're not normally
Yeah.
using. Then everything it just like spirals, and then it's a whole thing.
That's
which I think
essentially
makes-
what he said in different words. I
Yeah.
think he said it's
Yeah.
all like he was adjusting for this, and it caused pain here and there.
Yeah, I get it. Max Scherzer is a smarter baseball mind than me. Yes.
The one thing that kills me with him is you watch him yesterday. I want to go on a tangent later on this too. Ernie gets thrown out of the plate. And
Max is just
Max
fucking-
being Max, just fucking hammering on his railing. I'm like, brother, switch hands. Like we're supposed to be getting this one healthy. What are we
Oh, he got a
doing?
cortisone shot. He's good.
He said,
Like,
"What
oh
hand?
my
This
god.
hand? This hand?" Like,
And there's later he's like spinning a ball in the dugout. I'm like, what are we doing here, dude? Like, just wrap that thing up. Like,
do
fuck.
something.
It's killing me, but he knows better, I guess. It's hard to watch that.
It's
That play at the plate with Ernie, he was safe, right? We're all in agreement.
oh,
with
he
that?
was fully safe.
I didn't see it.
Oh,
His hand is under Nate.
it's
Like,
I'm gonna find it for you.
his hand is completely underneath on the plate, and Keibert Ruiz doesn't tag him on like the hand, the shoulder. He gets him on the top of his helmet, and he's already like
way
already
late.
fully under him
Now
on the plate.
the thing I think was the reason why they didn't call him safe
Because
it looked like it was maybe possible that he clipped the arm on the way by. And I think that's the third time so far this year. It's like, well, the call on the field was this, and it could have happened here, so we're just going to keep the call on the field. And I think
it was
it's
the same thing with the Will Wagner play from a couple.
yes,
years ago.
that's
Like,
that was the one. It's at the point now where it's like if you're going to do that, then there's no sense in having replay. You're just going to go back to the call on the field anyways, because like, well, it could have happened here. We can't really tell, and it's like if you can't tell, then what are we doing here? It's bad.
Yeah. And wasn't there another play like later? I think it was in the game with the Wagner play. There was another play like later where it was clearly one thing,
Yep.
but we didn't have the challenge, so we couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not the replay has been very annoying so far this year.
the
Not a
shakiness.
fan.
Like
I can't find the video here, Nate. I'll get it for you later though.
That's all good, brother.
but hey, bottom
Um,
of the order doing crazy shit.
do we have much else on the Jays here, boys?
It's really nice that we can sit here and talk about the Blue Jays and actually have things to say.
And not just, hey guys, do you think Vlad will sign for this
Yeah.
amount of money?
Mhm.
Like,
Where do we play so and so? Where do we play this guy?
yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing Alan Roden a lot, and I love it.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Alan Roden. I feel like he deserves a
Yeah,
little
well,
bit of a.
if you're bringing him up, he's gonna play, right? Like
Yeah.
I think we were all in
Yeah.
agreement on that coming out of
Mhm.
spring. Like he's
Mhm.
gonna play. You've got the open outfield spot. I'm surprised how much they're
Mhm.
using Springer in center, but fuck it, why not at this point?
He's
Yeah.
looked
He's been good.
fine. He's made a couple of plays. There is one guy that it's super early. He hasn't played a lot. I'm very worried. David Schneider.
He's been bad.
He's not been great in the limited, granted, again, limited amount of at-bats and all that stuff, but like he hasn't looked.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We've never sent Schneider down since bringing him up, have we?
No.
No.
Kind of weird. Like he's still got options left. Like I feel like he's a
He
guy
has all
that could
three.
benefit from going down to work on things.
Yeah,
And-
he had a good spring though, did he not? Showed
Yeah.
power, showed
Yeah, he
hitting
did.
lefties, and you
Yeah.
don't have another option to hit lefties for power off the
Yeah.
bench.
But he's
Or in the
faced
minors.
only lefties so far, and he still hasn't hit them. Like he's
It's
not even coming
unfortunate,
close.
too, because
I don't know, like when he came up and he went on that tear, he was
Mm.
playing every day.
he was playing every day.
Yeah.
And it was
True.
And then he cooled off a little bit and he didn't play every day, and then he went ice cold.
Yeah.
He seems like a guy who needs to play every day to be effective.
Yeah.
It seems like I agree, maybe he does need to go down, but who do you bring up?
Prison Barger.
Yeah,
Sure. I don't disagree, but where does Barger get playing time here?
I don't know. I'm hoping he's a guy that can sit on the bench and come in and hit well. Like that's the only.
But would you not
like,
rather keep him down there, get him regular at bats,
Probably.
and let him get hot, and then maybe
Probably.
he comes up and steals a spot from somebody?
So then, if you're only using Davis against, or like Davis as an outfielder, you could maybe go with like a Stuart Baroa, because that guy
Doesn't have
doesn't need
power,
to hit
though.
ever.
But he doesn't have
Apparently, he
power.
has like 20 in the minors. But I don't. You don't even need him to be a power guy at this point, because like Davis is essentially the last guy on your bench. You're just hoping for anything out of him at this point. If you can get the speed and defense out of Baroa, I mean, it's a little useless because you also have Miles Straw, and they're kind of doing the same thing.
And
But
Nathan
at least it's
Lucas.
something. And who?
Nathan Lucas.
I don't know what Nathan Lucas is for at this point, if I'm being honest.
He's also played decent, has he not?
Yeah,
He's been okay.
like
He's a
He's-
serviceable major league bench outfielder.
Where all of this isn't going to matter in a couple weeks when Dalton Varsho's back, anyways.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
so. By all accounts, I think they said he was throwing from like 150 feet.
Mhm.
So
Said he should be back mid-April.
yeah, which
Are we done with the Jays then?
I think so. And we did. Hold on, we still didn't really say anything about Rodens. We just kind of
He
mentioned that
fucking
he's up.
is fine. Like he's
He hasn't hit well. Like he's hit a couple of things here and there, but like his all-around game right now is kind of way more impressive than I thought it would be. His defense looks great.
Yeah.
He's
He
fast
made
as
that nice
hell.
diving catch.
Yeah. And he plays the game hard is kind of the best way to describe him. Like he's everywhere and he does everything right.
Mhm.
It's nice.
Also, for the sake of someone's sanity,
Hmm?
if you have Roden and Santander in the lineup, can you just play them at the same spot and you don't need to flip flop left and right every day? Like,
I don't know.
can we like just
Yeah.
stick one in one and leave them? Like,
You would think. Oh, well.
Okay.
What do you want to go to next?
I think we should talk about how Davis Schneider's bat change has torpedoed his offense right now.
there you go.
So
Torpedo bat, baby.
he's been using the torpedo bat all through spring training, apparently.
Apparently,
that's not
Francisco Lindor used it all last year,
Really?
Jesus.
and they've been out for years, and guys have dabbled with
Tried
them.
them.
Yeah, all it took was the Yankees doing what they
Totally not where we should start right now.
Yeah.
But I watched the Dodgers Braves game last night.
did. This
Max Muncy switched to a torpedo bat before that game. He
Yeah.
had been also ice cold. I think he went 0 for 2 or 0 for 3.
yeah.
Switched back, roped a double for like
Game
to
time
tie the
double.
game.
Like
I don't know. I think the torpedo bats can work for some people. And
Oh,
I think
apparently
the science
Stanton-
behind it's great.
Apparently Stanton was using them in the playoffs last year.
That's
he was
the
great.
guy needed a
Wasn't
fucking
Sorry to cut you off, Brent.
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't know. I think they can work for some people,
I mean,
and it's an interesting concept, and the idea of it's really neat. They are stupid looking. Don't
They
get
have-
me wrong.
They are so stupid looking. I
They
hate
look
them
very
so
dumb.
much.
they look like a bowling pin, and it's fun. Like
Yeah,
Brent, we're gonna get to see one in person.
I know it's crazy.
One of the guys on our ball team bought himself a torpedo bat. Connor.
okay.
Now,
I mean,
I said it in our group chat, and I kind of stand by it. If you're just like a regular person, there's no point in you buying a torpedo bat.
Absolutely not. Unless
No.
if you know your swing well enough to know that
Mhm,
you are jamming yourself,
mhm,
like maybe it's not as simple as just backing up a half inch or whatever to get
mhm,
the same effect. Like
mhm.
maybe the way your swing
You're
path
comfortable
goes,
there.
you need like maybe your contact point is just going to be inside no matter what, the way you see the ball or something. I think is probably what part of this is. So
Mhm.
in that case, it makes sense. Like if you know your swing that well, but the average person does not need to go buy a torpedo bat.
It's
Like
not necessarily going to help you.
no,
It could make it worse. Like you could now be where you were usually hitting the ball just above the barrel. Now you've moved the barrel down 2 inches, and now
Yeah.
you're hitting the weakest part of your bat.
Anthony Volpe.
I worked for Volpe. The guy's got 2 homers.
It was the two greatest pieces of advertisement, I think, for the torpedo bat were just the Yankees against the Brewers,
Yeah,
and then Ellie De La Cruz being like, "All right, in batting practice,
let me try it.
let me try it." Then proceeds to go 4 for 5 with 2 bombs, and I think
Yeah.
every ball he hit was over 102.
The
Like,
Yankees one was hilarious because the whole thing was like, oh, they scored 20 runs and they're using these torpedo bats. I'm pretty sure Bellinger's not using one, right?
no, it's Bellinger, Volpe,
Oh, okay.
Wells, Chisholm, and
there's one more.
Bellinger, Volpe. I have a list pulled up of people that
There's
he.
five of
Not
them.
not Goldie.
Oh,
No,
Goldie.
yeah, it is
He is
Goldie.
Goldie.
Goldie's
Oh,
the
it
other
is
one.
Goldie. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Judge had 4 in that series.
Yeah, and Judge, I love Judge's answer. He was like, "My numbers don't need help. Like, you've seen my numbers. I don't need them."
Yeah. I thought it was kind of
It's one of
funny.
those things. It's gonna work for certain guys. I think it's ingenious that they've done this because I'm
Mhm,
sure there are guys who do need
Mm-hmm.
this
mhm,
type of bat,
For
mhm.
sure.
but it's not everybody.
Yeah.
And the only two people on the Jays that have like used it or shown interest is David Schneider and Ernie Clement. So
Will Wagner apparently ordered.
I feel like he would
I don't know
actually.
why.
I like.
That guy gets the barrel of the bat pretty well. I don't really understand that one, but I don't
Yeah.
know. If it works, it works, right? It's worth trying.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll
You know,
add a little bit of pop, but
you know what isn't worth trying?
Hmm?
PEDs apparently. Jerks and
Yeah.
Profar.
Well, I had a better transition here, brother, because this guy fucking torpedoed my fantasy season.
I'm so happy I didn't pick him. I thought
um,
about grabbing him. Andres
I got
Gimenez.
him. I
Andres
got him
Gimenez has
late.
been carrying my fantasy team, and when you look at the rest
I
of my
got
fantasy
him
team,
late.
it makes no sense.
I got him late, and I think I can weather the storm, um, and just hold him for a while
But
here.
yeah, Jerks and Profar suspended for 80 games for HGC or HCG. It was
I
DC, I think it is.
forget who was talking. I think it was Baseball is Dead said it's essentially placenta.
Oh, I
I
think
think
the
there's a lot
legal.
more to that.
Hold on, if I can
That's what
find
they were saying.
if I could find the
Either that or I
legal.
was working and not paying attention, and they mentioned
It's
placenta, and that's what
it's
I just.
It
found in
does
women
help
during
pregnancy, like
yeah.
so. It
I don't know.
And it can boost testosterone.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it also can be like a fertility thing. So
Mhm.
I mean, hey,
But I don't think it's a
if
male fertility thing. Like if we're
no,
not
it can
talking
be.
about is
It
it?
can. That's what they were saying. I haven't researched it. I don't really care. But if that's what it was used for, if that was his intent, A, you're a dumbass for not checking. But
Yeah.
that's too bad. Um, it's wild that this deal is just guaranteed. Still,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
we've never. I don't know if we've ever touched on that, but like you still have to now pay him. Other than this 80 game stretch, you still have to pay him for the rest of this.
Hmm.
And it was pointed out on like one of Chris Rose's shows that it's 3 years, 42 million. It's not
Mm.
14, 14, 14.
Is
It's
it
12.
backloaded?
It's 12 this year, 15, 15.
Ooh.
So
I think I think the contract shouldn't automatically be void if you test positive, but I think the
I
team
think you
should
could
have
have
the
the option.
option to void it.
Hmm.
yeah,
It's kind of crazy that's not a thing.
No.
yeah, because like
Or at least be able to restructure it or something. I don't know.
Same with like a domestic violence thing, I think.
Yeah.
crazy
I
how
think you
that's
should have the
I
option
don't
to
think you have
void
to pay
that.
for them anymore. I guess you can't void the contract. Can you void the contract?
I don't think so.
Did the Dodgers not void
They released him.
Bauer?
They released him and ate all the money.
Oh, damn.
well, they could because they're the Dodgers, but
Yeah, I
like
guess it doesn't matter to them, but that's wild. Yeah, I thought the same thing when we were talking about it. The one thing you brought up to me too is he mentioned he's taken was 8 or 9 tests last year.
last year, which is a weird thing to bring up.
Yeah, it's odd that
I
you know the number.
this is I think you would remember that. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
That yeah, if
But
like
he
like
eight
it's
or
counted it like
nine,
that.
quote
yeah,
unquote.
that's a
See, but that's the
but
thing. If
like
I'm going like I took like 8 or 9 tests last year, like it was a lot, but you're not like I don't have like I took 8 tests last year and I
I think
passed
he
8 tests.
said roughly. I think it was like
Okay,
8 or 9.
okay,
But you look at guys who have these monster years kind of out of the blue, like that Eric Thames year when he came back from
Yeah,
Korea, Joey
and
Bat's
he
first year, like
fucking
they all had to do this if
yeah.
you have that big year. So
Hmm.
it's it's weird. That this is my like I'm not a conspiracy theory person, but my sports conspiracy theory that I believe in wholeheartedly is that there are way more people taking PEDs and
Oh
they're
yeah,
just masking it really well
yeah,
yeah.
than
Science is
any
too
of
good.
us know.
like
The science is ahead of the testing.
complete side note and like could this should not go on for another tangent. In I remember like you were talking about like people hide the shit easy.
Yeah,
Adam Pac-Man Jones in the NFL straight up admitted never used his own piss for a piss test.
yeah, yeah.
Like it you can do that. Like it's a
Yeah,
thing that happens.
I'm
Like
drawing a blank what the name of the documentary is, but it's the one where they talk about Ryan Braun. I think it's the A-Rod one.
mhm. Is that the one
Um,
on Netflix? Because I do know there's one on
I,
Netflix.
I think it might be
I
like
can't
Juiced
remember.
or something. I
hmm
forget.
hmm
Um, bad podcasting because I don't remember the name of it. But if you can watch that, like you just the Braun story is crazy because he like well, I don't think it was him that said it. It was probably the guy dealing him the steroids. Basically told him take this lozenge pre-game. You're gonna get a boost of strength, whatever, through the game, and it's out of your system by the end of the game. By the time you could ever get tested,
Assuming it was either Screwball or one of the Untold
Yeah,
Netflix
there was
ones.
it was
Untold.
Screwball then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's Untold Hall of
Um,
Shame is the one on Netflix.
but like he got caught because he was an idiot and took like multiple lozenges or whatever it was in the middle of the
Mhm.
Yeah.
game.
Mhm.
And that was years ago. The science
Mhm.
is way ahead of this.
Way past that.
Yeah, for sure.
The
And
other the other big news this week is that MLB teams were like fucking Oprah. You get an extension. You get
you
an
get an
extension.
extension.
You get
You
an
get an
extension.
extension.
Everybody gets an extension. It's insane, man. And
Like
like,
Have you
didn't
played
matter
a
if you've
Major
been in the
League
league
Baseball
10
game?
years or
You
10
get an
minutes.
extension.
Yeah.
That's the wildest thing.
because
We
yeah,
saw Keltel Marte, who's got to be what, like 30, 32, probably, versus
Sounds right.
Christian Campbell, who's like 22. They're like 10 years apart, both getting
Played,
like
Christian
6 year
Campbell's
Kertel
played
extensions.
Marte, yeah,
32 minutes
Kertel Marte is
for the
31,
Red
but
Sox.
still
30
like
what?
31.
Okay. Between the two ages I said.
Yeah, but like
Christian Campbell doesn't have 31 plate appearances.
granted, if you look at again, like we always know with these like contracts that you give out super early, it's a lot of just like nothing, 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 and then kind
Hmm
of something. His
Yeah, well
equals out to 8 years,
that's the way it
60.
works because like you have to break it down. I think you probably have to do it that way just because of the way the pay structure
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Um,
So I have the entire thing on Campbell.
Campbell, does Campbell's just buy out his arb basically?
Pretty
How
well.
long is it?
Buys out
It
one
goes
year of
to
free agency, I believe, and then there are two team options at considerable escalators that would take it over 100 and I
yeah.
believe closer to like 120.
So his last year of the regular part of the contract is 2032. There's there's a club option of 19 million in 2033 and then in 21 million in 2034. So
Okay. So 3 years of free agency basically is what it could
yeah.
be.
Yeah,
That makes sense. And then
it's a good deal, man. I think he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Merrill's was kind of similar, if I'm not
Merrill's is
mistaken. He got
9 for
is it
135.
8, 9? I thought it was 8.
9 for
Yeah, no,
135, I believe.
it bought out
A
considerable
few.
amount, I think.
Okay.
Like so it bought out at least 5 years of like it bought out not 5 years, like 3 years of freedom. As far as I'm
Okay.
like, yeah. So we got 9 year 135. The deal can apparently max out to 204 and it includes a $30 million club option for a 10th season. It's so fucking weird how they like his is done so weird. Probably more considering the Padres are just doing weird shit now with contracts.
Excuse me. That is odd, given their whole financial situation right now.
like it's not.
They're a small market team, kinda in the
Mhm.
way they spend. They have to kind of do this to control costs, I think, and
Yeah.
you want to lock them up. It,
I guess,
it
yeah.
kind of makes sense.
You kind of expect Merrill to be good down the road, so it makes a little bit of sense.
Mm-hmm.
That the Campbell deal and the Fott deal, all three are you're both teams, both sides are taking risk, right? You're
Yeah.
young, taking the young guy, you're giving him what is probably fair value for what you think his progression will be, but if he
Yeah.
doesn't progress the way you think, then not worth it. Same thing for the player. Like if they progress more, then it's not worth it for them. But
Yeah. Let's
I would also argue the Red Sox are taking a pretty huge risk
Campbell or
on
with the
Campbell,
Crochet one.
the Crochet one. I think it's a lot less of a risk because at least you've seen a
Is it?
season. You've seen a season of him.
A season is my thing.
I think
It's
somebody said though, it's basically the Blake Snell deal.
Mm.
kind of yeah. Like it's 6 years, 170. Like it's an
It
opt
is.
out
It
after
is a huge
2030.
risk.
So
He also spent 2 years on the IL.
I'm I'm not a Crochet fan. I think I've said that. I don't think he's going
Mm.
to be great. But I watched him last night and he looked amazing.
Yeah,
I
I am a Crochet guy, and I still think that's kind of wild.
I was listening to the Orioles broadcast and it was the eighth inning and they mentioned, do you know the last time Garrett Crochet
Yeah, in Tennessee as a sophomore.
was in the eighth inning? It was his freshman year in Tennessee.
I think it was sophomore.
His
Was it?
freshman or sophomore year at Tennessee was the last time he pitched into the eighth inning
Like
as a
8 years
starter.
ago.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ,
like
worrisome. I don't know, man. It's just kind of odd.
it's well for their sake.
I
I
get
hope
it.
it
It's worth the
goes
risk, but
for
It's
like the
Chris
sake
Sale.
for the sake of like Campbell, Fott, and Merrill. Hope it goes for their teams respectively. Hope it goes better for them than it did the Chicago White Sox when they gave every fucking prospect money and none of it worked out.
seemed like such a good idea.
Who did
at
they
the
give
time.
money?
Yohan,
Eloy.
Aloy, Robert, like Yohan was making like
Tim
20 million
Anderson.
last year. No, I don't think they give money to Tim Anderson, but I do know
Yeah,
Robert's still getting paid. Aloy was getting paid. Moncada's contract just ended, and I think that like they didn't. He had an option this year for like $25 million, like, and they didn't take. But
I think when you invest that much in your payroll, you should invest a little bit in your training staff to keep at least one of those guys healthy.
okay, can I go on a
Well, they're too
small?
busy fighting each other in the sauna or whatever it is.
Can I small tangent? So the White Sox played the Angels in their opening series.
Fitting.
Tim Anderson got like standing ovations. Two batters later, Yohan Moncada was getting fucking booed out the building.
I think I think that fits. Like TA was gross there, man, for his entire stint, other than like that last
Mm.
year.
Yohan was good too. Yohan had like
Yeah, but he was never healthy.
Yohan didn't play. Was the problem?
That's the thing.
neither did TA. We're not gonna don't do that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
Hold
revisionist
on.
history the
We're
Chicago
not
White
revisionist
Sox.
history, but you just
I
said
feel-
Yohan
I
made
feel like
20 million
Yohan-
last year.
Could have played through some of the shit that he had and just
Yeah.
didn't. This is the difference.
I don't blame them on that at all. I think
Are you
TA was a
Googling
better
Tim Anderson?
player.
Are you
Yeah, I'm Googling Tim
right now?
Anderson.
Okay, I have Yohan Moncada pulled up. If you
Okay.
wanna- I will give you 2024. Like I
Yeah.
will give you that. You win. Like
TA fell
wow.
off hard. And
TA
that's
also got
undeniable.
hurt a lot. You're right.
what's TA's first season?
First season, 2016.
Okay, Yohan's like first like proper season, I guess, is 17 because he played 8 games in 16 with Boston. Not really.
TA played 99 games in 16.
Okay, he played 8. Yohan played 8, and then in 17, Yohan played 54.
17, TA played 146.
Okay, 2018, Yohan played 149.
153.
2019, Yohan played 132.
Played more than TA. TA had 123.
2020, 52 games.
49.
And I think Yohan had COVID that year too. 2021, 144.
123. So yeah, you know what? He kind of played more than TA.
2022, 104 games.
79.
2023, 92.
123.
Okay.
And then he's gone.
24, you got that.
I think
Like,
if you add that up, that's like the same number. TA played more early and Yohan played more
Yeah.
late. But TA was better.
TA has 7th in the MVP finish in 2020, so like it doesn't really even matter. With a Silver Slugger that year,
Yohan has a
2-time All-Star, and that was it.
What was his batting average OPS?
as a White Sox.
Yeah.
He had 1 year where he hit 335.
No, total.
No, like total.
He hit 282 with 312 on base and a 422 slug, so 735 OPS.
Yohan and with the White Sox 254, 332, 425, 757.
So a higher OPS than TA.
Oh, Yohan bet what the fuck was Yohan getting booed out the building?
I don't know why I think TA is better than he is. He led the league in 2 categories total ever.
Hits.
It was runs in 2020 and batting average in 2019. Never led the league in hits.
He was a big hits guy. Didn't walk a ton.
Also, TA forever has the moment of like this era of White Sox baseball, the Field of Dreams.
Oh yeah, that was Super Bowl.
Like, so
Yeah.
but,
So how the hell did we get here?
like we were
I
talking
don't
about
know.
Oh, money.
talking about
That's right.
the money and how the White Sox paid a bunch of people. Also, I'm gonna do this now. Shout out to the AL Comedy Central. Everybody's 2-4. Like
Really?
everybody's 2-4.
Nice. At least there's no good
And-
teams in that division.
Again, the White Sox starting pitching. Nobody's heard of
Nasty.
them doing the fucking thing.
They're nasty right now. I don't
They
understand why.
Win 4 straight games
Mhm.
with each of their starters going at least 5 innings and not allowing an earned run.
There was at one point where like their
Who have they
starters
played?
had
The
I don't know.
Twins and the
Oh, the
Angels.
Angels. Yeah, not
Oh.
great. There was at one point where they had
Oh.
67 innings pitched and like 2 earned runs over
Nate.
the whole fucking
Nate,
rotation.
you say you can Twins and Angels. Brother, it's the White Sox.
They stink. That
I
they
understand, but you
Do you
have
know the 4
faced
pitchers?
what?
You know one of them.
I don't know any of them.
You faced what? The two
The
of the
Angels
worst
have a lot.
5 lineups in the AL?
The Angels have one of the greatest players of all time.
Okay. All right.
You faced 2 of the
My
worst, and he has
Yeah.
nothing around him.
Sean Burke,
Regardless,
Jonathan Cannon,
that's a sick
Martin
name.
Perez, and Davis Martin.
Yeah, gross.
Why are
Martin
you
Perez
yelling?
went 6
I
no
don't
hit
care.
innings. Like,
It is insane that they're not historically bad yet.
they're tied for first place in the division.
They're not the worst team in the majors currently.
They're 2 games under 500, Connor. I don't give a fuck.
They're
that
not
tied for first
7
place in the
games
division.
under 500 though.
500. They're not the
Yeah,
worst.
that's fine. They can't be 7 games under 500, but
No,
that's
but
fine. We can
they
revisit that
could
later,
be.
I guess.
They could have been.
They suck, dude. They faced 2 of the
Oh, I'm not
worst
saying they're
lineups
not
in
Oh,
good.
baseball.
brother, we're not saying they're good.
They've had a crazy start.
They were over 500 for the first, like, off after opening day. They were
That's-
over 500 for the first time since March 31st of 2023.
Yes.
Literally 2 years.
I
Yes,
love
and they
that.
haven't
They were
played-
over
but
500
like,
after opening.
We're
day.
talking about how good their pitching is, and they haven't fucking faced a lineup yet.
You play who's in front of you, Nate.
They
Okay,
did
but you
what
don't
they
go out
could.
there and give a guy a Cy Young who
Could you
pitched
fucking
106.
pick-
Well, we're not giving him the
innings.
Cy
It
Young.
sucks.
No,
That's still pretty great.
Could you pick any of the people I named out of a lineup of people?
Yes,
No.
Martin Perez.
Oh,
Martin
that's it.
Perez, probably.
Dude, Davis
I
Martin,
honestly-
Sean Burke,
I-
and Jonathan
I
Cannon.
honestly stopped listening.
I couldn't tell you what hand 3 of them throw with. That's kind of where I'm at.
Like,
It's wild. I think it's kind of crazy that even the fact that they played dog shit teams, like that we're talking about a historically dog shit team, and
That
they
almost
actually
split
put
the
up,
regular season series with the Guardians last year.
yeah, but they put up pretty interesting
But they-
numbers in
they got
his first 2
arguably
series of the
worse.
year. I think they're way worse.
Can we move on? I have definitely passed my White Sox quota for today.
I had to say it because, like, jeez, man, what the fuck? What's
I
happening?
think it's crazy.
And they
Shout
have a
out
bunch of
Colton
top
Cowser for
prospects,
not knowing how to run the bases. Why are you sliding into first to blow up
we
your
gotta
head?
stop as a society sliding into first base.
What are we
I
I
doing?
love it. I do it now with the show all the time.
Because you're weird.
Yeah, because that doesn't matter.
And it's a video game.
It doesn't
Like-
save time. If you're avoiding a tag, I think it's the only time you need to slide into first. Like
Yes.
if the throw's up and the guy has to swipe tag down, then yeah, you slide into first. If you're just trying to beat out the play, which is what Cowser did, just run.
and he didn't beat that out, and he didn't beat it
And he
out.
lost. He didn't even. He was
Like,
out.
you could have at least justified it if it's like, okay, you beat it out. No, you didn't.
No.
Like,
No, unbelievable.
and your team was already down people already. Granted, they're
I forgot Gunnar was hurt.
they're getting Gunnar back, I think, this week. So
Um,
like this weekend.
what's up with Westberg? Is he
He's fine.
not? He's fine.
He's
He
fine.
just
He's
missed the
playing.
game just cause.
Yeah, that game we really didn't mention that. I thought it was weird. They pinch
He
hit like
hit leadoff yesterday.
yeah.
Did he?
He
Okay.
hit like I think he hit lead off again.
They pinch hit Gary Sanchez in the bottom of the ninth
in like
instead of Jordan Westberg. Like,
but in the way and say they tie the game at that
Uh-huh.
point, the lineup that they would have to throw out is like
you're probably going to put Westberg out there anyways.
yeah. So
I don't know.
Shout out to my hot take saying the Marlins are going to be the worst team ever, and they're above 500 and second in the division.
three
right now.
straight
That's
three straight
supposed to have
walk-offs to start the year. Like
Yeah, that's wild.
that's supposed to have 3 playoff teams.
3 straight
I
walk-offs.
think I can name. I think I can name more White Sox than I could Marlins.
I would like to see.
I'd be in a battle for both of them because
I would
I
love
only
to
know the
see
ones Connor
try.
just said. I think. Oh, Benintendi is a White Sox, right?
There's still a
Robert?
couple people, you know. Robert.
Andrew Vaughn's still there,
Javon's
right?
Still there. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Sheets is gone though.
Sheets is actually raking in San
Is
Diego.
Kyle Teal catching for them?
Not yet. He is in AAA, but he's
There's another
Montgomery
name.
playing. It's Montgomery that plays short, right?
Montgomery's in AAA.
Okay. Um,
There's one name. I can't remember who it is, but he played last year for the first time, and he was good for a minute.
Talking about the catcher,
Probably.
Corey Lee.
That's the one. Yeah.
I don't think I could name that many Marlins.
uh,
I got
Sandy.
I got Sandy. Yuri's hurt. So that's it for pitchers. I'm done. Who?
Xavier
Otto Lopez.
Edwards. Otto Lopez is there.
Otto Lopez is hitting 3 stick.
I know. I said that's it for pitchers. Just get into the
Oh, yeah.
lineup. Edwards, Lopez, Griffin, Conine, and I'm done.
Kyle Stowers.
I thought it was Connor Norby that was there.
Norby's there too.
Norby and Stowers came in the same trade.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, you knew Norby.
You knew Norby.
I couldn't name you a reliever in this team.
I know Anthony Bender. That's it.
Just like throw out guys that fucking used to play on the Jays and sucked, and they're probably there.
Anthony Bonda.
No, he's good.
Bond is good on the Dodgers.
David Bednar got sent down.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hmm?
Yeah, David Bednar got sent down.
Do you have options?
Yeah, well, he's
I guess so.
bad.
Wow. Okay.
Ugh.
What's Pittsburgh doing this year? They got walked off 3 times.
Oh.
I don't think they've won a Paul Skeens game yet.
Oh, they're 2-5.
Oh, you know what we need to talk about?
No, we don't. We don't need to talk about Paul Skeens' GQ thing. We don't need to talk about it.
I think we need to talk about the Libbies.
What's GQ?
That's a magazine.
Oh,
He did an interview with Libby.
Yeah.
What
do we need?
No, I wanted to talk about the fucking photo shoot the two of them did.
Yeah, that's GQ. That's for
Oh.
Oh, was it?
I didn't know what that was.
Did you see the minor league team? I think it's Pittsburgh minor league team that's doing
Yeah, I
the
think
one
it's
day
the
as
double A.
the Libbies or the Duns.
No, it's not
Who's the
one
Libbies?
day. It's not one
It's
day.
multiple days. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
3 or 5 games.
So we got the Livies, and then they got to play the Chesapeake Oyster Catchers.
Oh, what a matchup!
Did we talk about that?
I don't
Or
know.
did you guys talk about that?
I don't know
If
if we
you are
did.
under 18 years old, do not look up that logo.
Well, guys, we're men. We're not gonna be able to find it. The baseball. We're not gonna be able to find the baseball.
It does. I'll give you this. It does look like a Met.
Yeah, we're not. We don't know where the baseball is, so it's fine.
I shout out to who is it? The Chesapeake what nows?
Oyster Catchers
Okay, shout out to them because they're donating all their money from like
to like
those games to
cancer
some women's.
research, women's charity.
That's unreal. They're gonna make so much money in Jersey and that
Oh, yeah.
sales.
Yeah,
That's so smart. Like it was super cool. I
the only
think
thing
that's
that
great of them.
sucks is that's the Oyster Catchers. That's not the actual. It's like the Livy thing.
Yeah.
They're actually the Chesapeake Bay Sox. It's the Orioles AA team.
Oh,
So-
I take it back.
Isn't there one that's like the bathtub donkeys?
I think the Jays are like the space potatoes or something.
No, somebody
Why
else
does
is
this sound
the
like a
space potatoes.
fucking Mad Lib right now?
Because it is like
'Cause that's what minor league baseball has become.
I think the Livy's thing is clever because Livy Dunn's probably the most famous thing that has to do with Pittsburgh right now. So you might as well
I
play
guess
into it.
so.
Nate. We are the New Hampshire Fisher Cats are the space potatoes.
Oh, is it?
Nice.
Like,
Should we talk about the Oakland Soakers or not? I guess they're not Oakland. The Soakland Athletics.
what the fuck?
Sacramento.
The Sacramento. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was if they were going to go to Utah. I don't
Ah,
think
shit.
Sacramento is.
Yeah. They played their first games this weekend in
And nobody
Sacramento.
was there apparently, and they were booing.
Nobody
And
was.
They got
Wait,
shit pumped by the Cubs.
what?
Like
it was cool. I watched a bit of the home
they,
opener,
they did
and
do a good Ricky
they wore
tribute.
Ricky Henderson's 24, I think it was.
Yeah,
Nice.
Everyone did,
Ricky
so that was
tribute was
cool.
good.
Listening to Dallas Braden talk up the no-name guy that probably should be in Double A pitching.
Joey Estes or JP, who was it?
I think it might have been Estes.
Joey
And then they bring in
Estes.
Mitch Spence, and oh yeah, Mitch Spence is good. Like he's gonna yada yada yada. You know he's gonna give you quality innings. Blah blah. First pitch double the wall. Yeah.
Brother, they let the first cycle of the season happen. And it wasn't even like a player that you would think could get a triple. Carson Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Carson Kelly got a fucking triple. He got the cycle.
They have some other dude too.
You're not good.
Jeffrey Springs looks good.
Jeffrey Springs has looked good. Like again, they also had like
Jeffrey
really-
Springs got shit on yesterday. I
Yeah, he
think.
did.
Oh, did he?
Like, yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I have him
in
He was good
fantasy
He was
too.
good in his first.
He was good in his first one. Noah Murdoch was the other name too. He's
Yeah.
6'8".
I mean,
4 earned, 1 bomb, 4 walks, 3 Ks
20.25
in
ERA.
3 innings.
20.25 ERA for Noah Murdoch in 2 2/3. They were
Good.
also talking him up like he's special.
Good.
Apparently he's a nice kid though.
yeah.
That's great. That wins you baseball games. Have nice
Yep.
people.
Bangaleers has 2 homers.
Mm-hmm. Brent Rooker's actually doing stuff again, so that's good.
Rooker has 3.
Rooker's got
Does he?
good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's his name? Lawrence Butler. None.
Nothing so far. He's
Nothing.
on my fantasy bench, so.
Mm.
Ugh.
I don't know. That team
Okay.
still might have a chance to do something, but it is what it is. I'm not even looking at the list. Do we have anything else?
There was Gleyber Torres got injured. Reynaldo Lopez is also going to be out for a couple months now, so even more great news for the Braves. And then finally, Lance Lynn.
It hit the hat.
He announced his retirement on his wife's podcast, which again,
Yeah.
don't know why he has it. Okay,
That'll forever be my favorite Lance Lynn moment of all time. When he got the comebacker off his head. He goes, did it, like, are you okay? Did it hurt? He goes, no, it hit the hat. I'm like, yeah, but that's not a protective thing. He goes, well, why do we wear them then?
Yeah.
I don't care what he did for his entire career. That's
Hey,
my
man.
favorite Lance Lynn quote
He
of all
gave
time.
up a game-winning 3-run home run to Kevin Biggio, and I won money off it. So that's all I.
There you
know
go.
for Lance
I'm
Lynn.
now.
Like, it's
Yeah. Baseball's
Ugh.
back, guys.
baseball is
excited?
fucking back. Do we want to hold on? We didn't put this in the run sheet or anything. Do we want to talk about those league jerseys?
I do.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do.
I forgot about that.
Because the Colorado Rockies have, if this is actually their City Connect, if it's not, they should just scrap whatever they have and go with
And
this.
do this.
Because this
feel
might
like
be the
it's-
nicest jersey in not even professional sports, like any sports. This is the nicest jersey in baseball.
Not that high on it, but it is nice jersey.
It's-
I don't even
fucking-
think they
they're-
need pants. Just
again-
go out in your fucking cup and underwear. I don't care.
In your oyster catcher.
What could ruin this for you? What could ruin the jersey for you? With what type of pants could ruin it?
I don't know because I
Purple
can't
pants?
picture this with any pants.
They need to be white pants.
I think they just need to be like super basic white pants.
They're
I think
gonna
so,
go
too.
purple, I think, but
You
they're
could
gonna go with that
baby
red that's
blue,
on the
maybe?
neck.
Jesus.
I don't know.
But yeah,
I have a weird feeling they go like black, and I don't know why, and I think it will
Yeah.
look terrible.
I think white makes sense.
White would look good.
yeah.
Pinstripes.
When it
I'm kind of down on the rest of these.
the
I'm
Red
up
Sox one
on 2 of
is
them.
purely because of the green monster.
I don't
Yeah,
like it.
I think that's super cool.
It's
I don't
purely-
like it.
It's not great. I think it's worse than their. If we're gonna judge it off of their old one, I think the yellow one is better.
Maybe
Rockies.
I might be in the minority here. I don't. I think it's better than the stupid yellow one.
No, the yellow one is the Boston Marathon colors and all that stuff.
I
They do-
understand,
granted,
but-
they do look like UCLA when they play.
I mean, they
but-
kept the yellow swoosh, which makes sense. I love that the font is the same font from the
the wall.
monster.
Yeah.
and like super basic, and it's like the same colors. I think it's super cool. I kind of like that. They also have like the dots at the bottom above the little Nike patch there.
Yeah. What were you
I
saying?
think it's
Who's-
kind of neat.
The Rockies?
Who's their left fielder right now?
The Red Sox?
Yeah.
Duran.
Duran's in left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because what's his name's in
Rafael
center?
and then the Braves.
Okay, so when Johan Duran runs out to left field, you can't fucking see him because he's
Who?
gonna blend in with the
Who's
fucking
running into
wall.
Jared.
If Johan Duran runs into left field,
Same
we got
person.
some things
You
going
got
on.
you got you got Johan
Jaron Duran.
Dane Rafaela, and Jose Abreu. Like
Sorry,
I don't.
I lost your point.
I'm down on these. I
because of
think it's
blend in.
gonna
I'm
look.
up.
What were you
Yeah.
gonna say about the Rockies, Nate? Like
I was just gonna go through them. Like, do we all agree the Rockies is way better?
I didn't hate their first ones, but I think these are
I
better.
didn't hate them, but I didn't love them.
I
think these
hated
are
their
like
first ones.
elite.
They
were okay.
I know the green. It was just based off of the state.
Their first ones needed to be
license plate.
purple.
But okay,
These
yeah.
give me what the fuck is the Avalanche's like throwback jersey with like the
Deep?
C, the circle one?
Mm.
Oh, okay, no, yeah.
That's
So
the
does
vibe
me.
these
I know
give
what
me.
you're yeah. Boston, I do think the yellow one is better.
I think Boston's better, but
I didn't
clearly
love
in
the yellow.
minority
I
here.
understood the reasoning. I can understand this one. I just don't like it.
And then we get to Chicago. Fucking
Okay, wait.
universal agreement. South side is better.
Okay, wait. Red Sox, they're going green pants, right?
I was wondering that. I
Maybe.
don't know.
Maybe. Like
I think they
don't-
have to.
You've got.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the white pants looks good with like the white pin, like the white detailing on everything.
Yeah, but the wall's green.
Yeah, but you're not going to be the whole wall.
Fuck it.
You go white pinstripes down the side, I think.
And I think
Or,
you
like,
wear
white
like
piping.
helmets on your seats on your helmet too, and like your hat.
Lead
There's
into
like
it.
chairs on your head.
Lead
kinda
into
neat.
it. Okay.
The
Chicago.
hat is going to make or break all of
But
this.
yeah,
This is
Chicago.
what I'm saying.
This sucks.
It's a
Southside,
Bulls jersey, dude.
universally
Sucks.
It's got
Southside's
Southside's better. I still kind of like this one.
This is
I
trash.
don't hate. I get their idea. It's a Jerry Reinsdorf team, and you're going to use the other Jerry Reinsdorf team as like
It's
your.
literally a Bulls jersey.
It's a Bulls jersey.
It's a fucking Reds jersey.
It's
Take
a-
out the pinstripes, and the Reds have worn this jersey.
Actually, if you just cover Chicago,
Yeah, it is. It is actually. I feel
it
like
kind of
it's
looks
the
like Derek
early-
Dietrich is doing.
No, I think it's like the
bicep
early.
curls and the-
I'm not even. I think it's like the reverse of like the early 2000s ones that Griffey wore.
Yeah,
Like
I swear they've worn this jersey.
maybe.
Maybe it was like a players' weekend.
Yeah.
They've definitely.
this
worn
is a
this jersey.
throwback.
I
They have
fucking
red jerseys at some. Or no, they had red
hate it.
Chicago something
It
on it
was
was red.
white.
Pinstripes was
white
red.
with
White-
red.
it was
White
white,
with
blue,
red
and red.
lettering.
Yeah.
That's the one
Right.
Chris Sale cut up.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll boy
But
Chris.
those ones are actually good. Like
Hmm.
but this one. Again,
I don't know. I like this one. It's definitely
No,
not better
it's-
than the Southside one.
No.
Big time thumbs down.
And then finally Miami.
I don't know.
Again,
This is the fucking Miami Heat's Miami Vice jerseys.
Yeah, it
Look
was
bad.
gonna be tough regardless of what they did to beat their first ones.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I don't know, man. I
it's
just
super okay.
if you turn it sideways and put it on my Eastroff, it just looks like this winter. Just looks like icicles.
It's real weird. They just
Like, why are they?
they just fucked up because like San Diego took their jerseys.
Pretty much. Like
Yeah,
San Diego
think
did
so.
take the city connect from them. Like
Miami's such a cool place to base your thing off of, and this is not it.
It's bad. I don't like
It's
that
not
one.
good.
uh,
It's still not as bad as the Giants.
oh god no.
The Giants
don't
still
even-
have
the
the
Giants
worst
anymore.
one
The
by
ghost
so
energy
far.
drink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the other one that came out? Because it was also
The
shit.
Astros.
No, the Astros was good. I like
No. We talked about
The-
two last week.
Oh,
The
Buzz.
Astros, the Giants.
The blue one, the Nats.
The Nats.
Oh no, it was good, but it had the
Nationals.
same like background shit
Mhm.
the Giants
But
did.
better. Like they did
Yeah.
it the right way. Yeah.
Mhm. They use the city grid and not just fucking squiggles.
Yeah.
Like
Look at us, Jersey podcast.
look at us, Jersey Pod. Oh, baseball pod.
No, Jersey pod.
Baseball pod. Jersey pod. Kevin Biggio pod some days.
No,
Some days.
That's
He's still in the
okay.
majors.
Getting regular playing time on the Royals.
Still in the
Very
majors.
weird.
Yeah.
he's playing first base over the Pasquatch.
Pasquatch is DHing currently,
DHing.
just because of his hamstring. But
Oh.
he was getting left field starts. He
Jonathan
got
India wore a ball in the face, and he was not happy about it.
Yeah, it was Class A.
I wouldn't have been happy
Yeah.
about it either.
Class
No,
A was
Pasquatch was
face.
not happy about it.
Apparently, there were two under his chin.
Yeah.
His
before
interview was so strange because it seemed like he was real pissed off at Class A and went, I'm not mad. Like, it wasn't intentional. I get that. But it's like you just went on this like 2-minute rant about how he went twice inside and up and blah, blah, blah.
You
and
can
did
be
all this.
mad.
I think
still not be
what he was
eventful.
saying was he didn't think Class A's intent was to hit him.
Mhm.
It's the
God bless
classic
you.
Buck Martinez
My
thing
apologies.
of like,
But like,
can't control the strike zone.
you have to be careful pitching inside if you don't have control because that is dangerous. I think it's kind
Yeah,
of
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
You mentioned Buck. I just want to finish it with Blue Jays things.
Wait. Please tell me you're gonna bring up the same thing I am.
Is it the one knees?
No, it's
Oh
something
my
even
God.
funnier.
Okay, well, I'm going to transition with this then because there's a shout out to Buck Martinez's least favorite position ever. All 30 catchers at some point on opening day used a one knee stance. First time ever.
Yeah.
I strongly dislike it as well.
It's not great. Okay, just quickly.
I understand it.
Mine,
It saves
mine's
your knees.
also from being a catcher.
Yeah.
I don't like your mobility, especially with runners on base. I can understand with the runners on.
Yeah, if the runner is,
I think when you play 100 and let's say 40 games, it probably helps to
catchers don't-
save the knees a
catchers
little
don't
bit.
anymore.
Yes.
We'll give him 130 then.
Okay, but you guys didn't watch the last couple days on the TV, I don't think. But early in early innings on the Jays broadcast, you could hear audibly a fucking cell phone ringing. For a fucking long time.
I thought it was the bullpen.
No,
Was it not?
it was Buck Martinez's phone. It was just ringing in the broadcast.
I heard that. I thought it was the bullpen.
Dude, I thought I was going insane because I was looking at my phone. I'm like, "That's not my ringtone."
No,
Let me mute this other stuff. No, it was Buck Martinez's phone.
that's wild.
You know, the silent mode feature doesn't work on his phone.
This might be Buck's last year. I gotta be honest. He's
No,
He hasn't.
I don't
he
want to
hasn't been
lose
bad.
Buck.
He hasn't been bad, man. Like,
I love Buck.
was I? Side note, we don't have to go along on this. Was I the only? Am I the only one that still misses Tabby?
Tabby was just as bad.
Tabby at least would
I didn't like Tabby.
correct Buck.
Yeah.
Dan just kind of okay.
All right. And here's the
He's
pitch.
just hanging out with his grandpa, like, oh,
Pretty much.
shit,
But
sorry about that one.
The Buck was the what do you call it? Is he the color guy? Is that the main guy?
The play-by-play.
Play-by-play.
Dan,
Play-by-play.
he basically
Buck was
got
play-by-play at that point. That was unreal.
Buck,
I just
yeah.
love it. How can you not like Buck?
Buck and Tabby was not a good.
Buck and
combination.
Tabby on a Sunday afternoon is some of the most hilarious fucking watch of your life. It's
I don't
so,
know. I
Back.
Swing and drive. Fucking, that's the one thing I miss about him.
that is cool.
Because Dan's home run call is not great.
Yeah.
But fucking Buck's home run call, legendary.
That's true. We'll give him that. I don't know. I don't know how much time.
Shout out John Albert Buck Martinez.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you for listening. It's great. Baseball's back. Podcasting is meaningful, I guess we'll call it.
That's wild. Thank you to our listeners that listened through non-meaningful podcasts, apparently.
Yeah. Well, fuck. We did 11 teen drafts over the course of the off season.
I think we didn't do hardly any drafts.
We didn't really do any compared to the.
We
the
did.
previous
No, we didn't
off-season.
do. We did a bunch of randomizers at first.
Yeah, I mean, Brant, compared to the previous off seasons, we did
did
nothing.
a lot more. You're right. So we gave them nothing, and they still stuck
Brother,
around.
we
So
gave
thank
them
you
a-
for that.
No,
We
there was baseball stuff to talk about every
Yeah.
week.
I will never forget that we gave them a Christmas movie draft a couple years ago.
That was fantastic.
I still
You guys
Probably the best thing. we ever
butchered
did.
that.
I still
No, it was
argue
the
that.
best thing we
Okay, we'll
ever
talk about
did.
this off.
We'll do it
mic.
next year.
I will argue that I won that shit, and I will argue my fucking grave.
We will see you next week.
Peace.
Cheers.